Hi, I'm Lori.
And I'm Rick.
And we are Here We Go Again. Guys, we are excited to bring you a video of the Riverside RV Park and Resort in Sevierville, Tennessee.
Surrounded by the Little Pigeon Forge River. But if you find this video helpful, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can get all of our upcoming videos. Let's jump in the Jeep and let's do this.
Let's do this.
Bye. Alright guys, so we're checking out the Riverside RV Park and Resort. As you can tell here, it's off of Route 66. As you're coming from Interstate 40, you get on Route 66 and it's right off of that road. If you have went past the scenic helicopter tour, you went too far. So we've all seen that helicopter tour on the side of the road. So if you've went past it, you went too far. So here is the campground. It's pretty large, and as you can tell, it is surrounded by the Little Pigeon River, which was really nice.
Hey guys, here's the entrance to the park or the campground, and what I love about this as being a Christian is they give their glory to God. So their slogan is "To God be the glory," and I absolutely love that. As you go in here, you'll see blacktop here, but when you actually get into the campsite, it actually is gravel. The start of it is the cabins, or are the cabins, and they're along the Little Pigeon River, and they're actually facing the river, which I love. So you have to go around to the front to get into some of them. They have three types of cabins. The first two, which is a primitive and I guess the middle level, they usually have two beds, beds, or a queen size, and you would actually have to bring your own linens for that. Now and that one's about $89 to $119. The third cabin is a king size bed, and they actually include the towels and linens for that one. I'm not quite sure why that one and not the other two, but that one is about $130 a night. The thing about this place is a lot of places will let you have extended stay, but they do not. They go by a nightly base, and if you don't make a reservation, it's first come, first serve. But if you do make a reservation, they try their best to get you the lot that you wanted, but sometimes that's not always, it just can't always happen.
Absolutely. So if you check out this, as we're driving around here, it started out with the cabins being along the river, and then it turned into a few campsites which are close to the front and close to the pool and play areas for the kids. So, but as you can tell, there is a lot of shade along the river there.
Along the river especially. Yes.
And you'll see later, but once you get into the middle portion of the campground, there's not any shade trees at all. But these sites here, they're all gravel, as Lori mentioned. The roads are very wide and gravel, but the nice thing is the pads were concrete with the picnic tables and stuff like that, which do not move the picnic tables. They want them where they're at, and
I think they just want them kept on the concrete pads. I think it's more, I wouldn't want them on the grass either. They want them kept on the concrete
But
pads.
as you can tell here from these cabins, they do have a deck off the back, which was really nice.
Or is that the front? I think it's the front.
Yeah, it's probably the front, but as you can tell, you can sit out there and get a good view of the river, and a lot of people kayaking up and down the river and stuff, which was really nice. And you can also fish. So as you can tell here on these campsites, you can put a pretty big Class A, fifth wheel stuff. They're pretty big, but they want one vehicle per campsite, Lori.
Which would not work had it been my family when my sisters became teenagers and in their 20s, because we used to take two cars. We followed my dad with the camper, and then some of us would get in another car because they'd have to go to work. So what we ended up doing is, like they do here, they have additional parking for that second vehicle at the pool area.
Yes, which is not, if you get the right campsite's not that bad. It's just a short little walk. But you know, if you're in the back, because this is a big campground.
It is. It goes kind of like in an L shape, and you see all the trees here, and then we'll show you later kind of the area that has no shade whatsoever. Fire rings. They allow the fire rings around the river's edge. But when it comes to the other areas, I think they would allow you to bring a fire ring as long as it's one that stands up from the ground.
Yeah. But guys, these campsites, they do have cable TV, Wi-Fi, 30 and 50 amp, and full hookup. But they had a rule that they wanted you to use the elbow and sewer donut was required. They have quite a few requirements at this campground.
They do.
Which one that didn't sit well with us was the lack of fence for your dogs.
Or cages. I'm not sure what they mean by cages.
Yeah, they
exactly.
They strictly enforce the cages and everything. But if you haven't seen our video on our cage review or whatever, I'll leave a link at the top here that you can go check that out. But yeah, they strictly, they don't want the dogs outside, and if they are outside, they want them on a leash, not in a cage or a fence.
I guess they're afraid people will leave their dogs out in this fenced-in area and let them yup and bark, and they go walk or something. So
that ain't good for nobody, Lori.
No.
Especially our dogs.
They like to bark at people when they go by.
But as you can tell, there was no shade tree there in the middle of the campground there at those sites. But
they have a nice laundry room and nice restrooms to use. They also have arcade playground and pool, and they have a limited general store for your camping needs.
Yeah.
So, you know, don't expect them to have everything you might need or have to have for your camper if something happens, but they do have some things.
But this campground is a part of the Good Sam, so if you're a Good Sam member, you can get you a nice little discount and being a part of that membership. But we forgot to tell them, if you are tent campers, they don't allow tents. Yeah, no
here.
tent camping.
No
that is a big one. Good memory. Good memory.
Especially with my sister, because even though she has a big camper, there's always one of her children that wants to sleep out in a tent. So, no tent.
And here's a view of the playground. See, no pets, no bicycles. They stated an area for the bicycles. I don't really remember where that was at.
I don't know. I've never heard of a campground to say that you can't ride your bike in a certain area, so that's something that you would have to approach them about when you were there. They also allow golf carts if you want to bring in your own golf cart. The only thing is, if you're like us, we've allowed our children, which are under the age of 16, to drive our golf carts around our neighborhoods, but they strictly enforce having to have a license in order to drive it.
Yeah, but guys, we really appreciate you watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, and we're going to share a little information here about our apparel store that we just got going. Check out the link in the description to take you to our apparel store. Here's my favorite shirt that's back to the campground, but if you use the promo code HWGA20 on your screen, you will get 20% off any product in our store.
My favorite is Loving the Camping Life, and you'll see it right here. It's a sweatshirt. I love it in yellow as well. So hopefully you all enjoy it as much as we do, and we will see you next time. Safe travels, and God bless.
Bye-bye.